Around 99 out of every 100 service businesses are now invisible to AI search. In this video, I'm going to tell you what the 1% of those people have that they don't. AI is checking a 4-piece pattern on every service business website it sees. The 1% being recommended have all 4 of these things built. Most other businesses have 1 or 2 at most, and the rest don't know they even exist. And in this video, I'm going to show you all of these 4 things, exactly how you can do them, and I'll give you a little surprise at the end. The 4-signal recommendation profile decides which service businesses AI names when a customer asks for a local service. It takes a single afternoon to build, it costs nothing to fix, and approximately 0 of your competitors have done it yet. Now, before we start, I'm Sava from Weblingo. I'm the head of marketing, and we help service businesses just like yours grow online and get more customers and retain them longer. So anyways, how do you actually do this? The 4-signal recommendation profile I'm going to talk about works whether you work with us or not. The audit at the end is free and there's no call required. So let's get started. In the first 8 seconds, what does your customer actually do? Let's say it's Tuesday afternoon. Someone in your city, let's say Calgary, Googles best plumber Calgary from their kitchen counter. 8 seconds later, they have a paragraph. They have 3 names and a recommendation for which one to call first. I'm sure you've done this a few times. AI gives this little overview. So they tap on the first name and they call them. The other 97 plumbers in their city, including statistically you, never had a chance at that call. Your reviews did not matter for that search. The price you would have quoted didn't matter. The work you would have done as well obviously didn't matter. None of it existed for that lead, for that customer. And this is happening every single day in your area. Not on most searches yet, but on a growing share that's accelerating every single month. You don't really have a marketing problem at this point. You have a recommendation profile problem. And in this video, I'm going to show you the solution to that. And you're going to want to stick around because this is what might fix your lead problem and your conversion problem as well. So the root of this is the playbook your marketing person is using was correct for 2019, 7 years ago. Most service business owners we talk to have already done what the marketing people told them to do. They built the website. They even set up the Google business profile, which is great. Collected reviews. The playbook was correct for that decade. But the phone still isn't ringing more than it was a year ago because the playbook does not cover what happened in the last 12 months. AI basically got embedded in every app your customers use to find local businesses, and your site does not talk to it. I audit roughly 30 of these sites a month. Out of these 30, 2 or 3 have the 4-signal recommendation profile that AI is looking for. Everyone else is invisible to the largest source of local search traffic that exists right now. I want you to run this test. I want you to open Google Maps, type best plumber near me or whatever your service is. The paragraph at the top of results, before the map, it usually names around 3 businesses. Run the same query on ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude. Each of them returns a different list of names. If you're not in any of those 4 answers, that's what your customers are seeing as well. So let's start with Google Maps. Best plumber near me. So these are the top 3. I'm going to run on Claude. And at the same time, I'm going to run it on Gemini. And I'm also going to run it on ChatGPT. Okay. We have the Gentleman Pros, My Calgary Plumber, Instant Plumbing. How does that compare? Yeah, so don't see any patterns yet. Let's see on Gemini. Okay, we have Mechanical Plumbing and HVAC, Mr. Mike's Plumbing. I think I've seen here. Yeah, second one. And Alpha Plumbing. No Mr. Mike's mentioned on Claude. And let's look at ChatGPT. So we have Mr. Rooter, Plumbing of Calgary, Pete the Plumber, My Calgary Plumber. So you can see here there's quite a discrepancy between results. And that's a good thing. I want you to run this for your area right now. If there's no set 3 businesses that are recommended throughout all of these LLMs, the central ones, and on Google, you have a shot to show up on all 4 of these traffic sources. So here's the math. 1 in every 100 local businesses, ChatGPT names. Across the largest tool, the largest AI tool in 2026, about 1 in every 100 local businesses gets recommended. The other 99 are invisible to the customers using it. The math gets worse every month, not better. The businesses being named are using the calls they're getting to write more reviews, get more citations, and build the consistent web presence that AI truly rewards. The skipped businesses aren't getting any of that compounding. If you want to find out which side of the math you're on, you can start the 2-minute audit here. I'm going to link this presentation in the description as well. You can find it here. Just click here. It's a couple minutes and it's a quick diagnostic that is going to give you a lot of data completely for free. So here's the mechanism. AI is not ranking pages like Google is. It's building a profile of your business instead. When a customer asks one of these tools for a local business, AI does not crawl your site and rank it for keywords. Instead, it takes everything available about your business. So this is your homepage, your reviews, if you have a Yelp listing, your directory entries, your social profiles, your old yellow pages, and it builds a mental model of who you are. And this is called the recommendation profile. When the customer asks for a recommendation, AI compares its profile of every business in your category against what the customer asked for, and it picks the business that has the cleanest, most consistent profile. AI knows you exist, but it doesn't know what to confidently recommend you for. So here's AI's recommendation profile of your business. You can first see your site, your reviews, Yelp, directories, and social profiles. And it's one paragraph that is naming 3 businesses, 2 of which are your competitors. AI is reading what every place on the web says about your business. Your homepage is just one vote in the profile it builds. This is why we emphasize the importance of a strong online presence. There are 3 things your marketing person is going to say when you bring this up. The first one is we're optimizing for Google, and Google still controls most of local search. That used to be true. Google itself now shows an AI-generated answer above the link list. Customers searching on Google are seeing an AI summary before they see any organic results. Let me just show you again. I looked up best photographer near me. You could see there's an AI mode where you can prompt it and it looks for sources. And this is not always consistent with the Google Maps results. Funny enough, this is a client of ours. The second thing your marketing person might say is AI search is not measurable, so we can't really optimize for it, which usually means they don't know how. The signals AI uses are publicly documented. They're in search in the SOCI report, the Bright Local Consumer Review Survey, and most published research on AI local search through 2025 and 2026. The reason that most agencies aren't optimizing for them is because they haven't built the workflow yet. The third thing is we'll add it to our roadmap, which means 6 months from now, while your competitors are already in AI's training data. None of this is the agency's fault. The shift simply outpaced them. But the gap is yours, and it widens every month you wait for them to catch up. So here's signal 1 of 4. Whether your homepage gives AI a clean factual statement to pull. I want you to open your homepage. Read the first sentence. If it's something like, we offer premium home solutions for the discerning customer with 25 years of expertise, AI cannot summarize it. It's hard for the LLMs to do that. That sentence describes any business in any industry. The model cannot pull a clean fact from it. So it picks a business whose homepage was clearer. You can see here, it can't summarize, it's too generic, and it's picking another business. On the other hand, simpler, it understands Calgary Plumbing Service, residential. The version that AI summarizes is more direct than people are usually comfortable being. The instinct to sound premium is exactly what is making your site invisible. AI is looking for a clean factual statement it can compress into a recommendation, and Premium Home Solutions does not give it one. I want you to test it yourself. Read the first sentence on your homepage right now. If you could lift that sentence and paste it on a business's homepage in a different industry, let's say a dentist, an accountant, a lawn care company, very wide range, and it would still make sense, your homepage is invisible to AI. If your first sentence could be on any business's homepage in any industry, this is why AI is not picking you. Here's the second signal. Whether every service has its own URL with a schema markup attached. This is a little bit technical, but bear with me. AI extracts facts at the page level, not at the site level. A homepage that lists plumbing, HVAC, electrical, all stacked on one page reads to AI as one ambiguous handyman business. A site with separate pages for each service, like for example, yourbusiness.com/plumbing or /HVAC, each with its own schema markup, it reads as a specialist in each. When a customer asks specifically about furnace repair in Toronto, the model has a furnace repair page to pull from. The site with everything stacked all in one page in a confusing manner has nothing specific to give AI. A schema markup is a small piece of code in each page's header that tells AI exactly what's on the page. This is a plumbing service. This serves Calgary and these surrounding areas. This business has 4.7 stars from 247 reviews. AI does not have to guess. It reads the schema and it knows. Most service business sites either don't have the schema at all, or they just have generic local business schema that does not distinguish between services. The sites that are being recommended have specific schema on each per service page. Going from a one-page setup to per service URLs with schema markup is about 4 hours of focused work if you know what you're looking at as a web designer. Visual design stays exactly the same. Here's the part that should bother you though. Approximately 0 of your local competitors have done this yet. The gap is wide open right now, and it will not stay open for long. Now, again, you can find out where your site's recommendation profile currently stands in this 2-minute free audit. You can click here. So here's what a recommended business looks like. I'm going to run Best HVAC Contractor in Toronto Live and click into one of the business's ChatGPT names. You will see the 4-signal recommendation profile in the wild. It's the same pattern on every business AI is naming once you know what to look for. So let me just paste this prompt. Okay, it looks like it fully answered. And you can notice here, the top result, EnterCare, has a 1.1 star review on Yelp. So you want to keep this in consideration, because even though it's the top recommended result, I can almost assure you people are not going to click on this compared to the other ones. They're also going to look at the star rating. Now, if I was personally shopping around for HVAC contractors, I would click on the 5-star and the 4-star. So here's the answer. EnterCare, Green Heating and Air Incorporated, Climax Air Conditioning and Condo, HVAC Repair, City Home Comfort, Laird & Son Heating and Air Conditioning, and Easy Flow HVAC Toronto. Then there's a few things that matter more than just star ratings. This is to educate the buyer, ask if they pull permits, read recent reviews, and then just additional helpful info. So let's take a look at, let's say, the 5-star one, Easy Flow HVAC Toronto. You can easily click the website here. Now you can see here at the beginning, welcome to Easy Flow, your trusted HVAC experts in Toronto, Ontario. Honestly, the copy here is pretty generic, but the fact that they have good reviews makes me more inclined to choose them. There's info, our services, about us, call for a quote. Honestly, this could be improved a lot. But let's take a look at the top search result, the 1.1 star, because I'm honestly pretty interested. They have 1.1 stars, but they were the first result. And you know why? Because this website is leaps and bounds better. For example, they have call to actions. They have separate pages for their different services. And they're the top results because, first and foremost, they have domain authority. Their hero section honestly sucks. It says hit a home run with the EnterCare fan celebration context. It doesn't tell the visitor exactly what they offer, but it doesn't matter here simply because of their domain authority and the other pages that they have. Immediately FAQ section, how our experts can help, separate pages it seems, Ontario Heating, special offers. There's a lot of info. Now, it looks like they're selling both products and actual services. They have reviews on here. So probably their Yelp reviews aren't the best. Why choose EnterCare location? So it looks like it's a huge company. Ask an expert. These look like blog posts. Yeah. So they have a lot of infrastructure set up. Looks like they've invested at least tens of thousands of dollars on their website. That's why they're the top result here. Although this can be really improved. But I digress. You could see the top result has 1.1 star on Yelp, and that doesn't matter simply because they have a higher authority. Let's look at Green Heating and Air. So these guys have 4 stars. Toronto's most trusted HVAC service experts, residential and commercial HVAC and boiler experts. Now, out of all of these websites, this looks like it's the most optimized for conversion. It says exactly what they do in the hero section. It has a call to action. Then there's a contact form. Then there's social proof, why choose us. Then there's services. Again, it could be optimized a bit more, but you could still see that even those small marginal improvements are what separate businesses like Green Heating and even the ones that are like Easy Flow HVAC. So anyways, let's get to the smaller pieces of the recommendation profile. The third signal is content freshness. AI weights content updated in the last 13 weeks higher than older content. The pages describing your services should reflect a recent update. These are pricing, hours, service area, current promotions. And 18 months without changes, and the model starts reading your business as inactive, possibly defunct. And this is probably why Enercare is ranking number one, because it looks like they're really on top of their activity and promotion. Then, the fourth final signal, is consistency across the web. The model cross-references your information across multiple sources before recommending. If your Yelp listings phone number does not match the one on your site, AI reads that as low confidence about who you are. It's the same logic for service area, hours, specialties. It needs to be all consistent. Anything basic that appears in more than one place needs to match. 3 and 4 are smaller than 1 and 2, but they matter at the margin. Once 1 and 2 are fixed, 3 and 4 become the next round of improvements. Here are a few more specific things AI is checking that almost nobody talks about. Here are the smaller signals. First of all, whether your business name on your site exactly matches the name on Google, different capitalization, or a missing incorporated. It reads as low confidence. Whether your phone number is in a clickable format, so AI can verify that it dials a real number. Whether your hours are listed in structured data, not just as visible text. It checks the schema, not the page again. Whether your service area pages name specific neighborhoods. Calgary alone is generic. Calgary, including southwest neighborhoods of these, and these, it produces a stronger profile. And also whether the directories linking to your site themselves are actually credible. AI does basic credibility checking on citations. Each of these things are relatively small, but together they account for the difference between a business that AI names confidently and a business that it skips for someone with a better profile. Now, I can already hear you. There are 3 things you're probably thinking right now. First of all, I don't have time to figure this out. The recommendation profile takes 1 afternoon to fix once you know what's missing. The audit that we created tells you exactly what's missing in 2 minutes. The total time from I should take a look at this to my recommendation profile is fixed is around a single weekend if you can do it yourself. Of course, it can be potentially more if you hire someone. Now, another thing you might be thinking, my business is different. We rely on referrals. And yes, word of mouth is real and it matters, but it's also a leaky bucket. AI search is now feeding your competitors a customer pipeline you're not in. The referrals you would get anyways are extra. The customers asking AI for recommendation are the ones the referral system is not able to reach. And the third thing is, I'm already paying my agency to handle this. But the thing is, they probably aren't. I want you to run the audit. If your recommendation profile is sending all 4 signals, your agency has earned their fee. If it's sending 1 or 2, you now know what to ask them to fix. So here's what fixed looks like. Here's what changes when your recommendation profile is sending all 4 signals. The customer in Calgary asks Maps for a plumber, or your city. You're in the list of the 3 names. They tap your number, the phone rings. The reviews you've collected over the years now count for something, because AI has the profile structure to understand who they apply to. The neighborhood-specific page you set up gets pulled when someone in southwest of your city asks for a plumber in their area. The schema markup that took an afternoon to add gets read by AI every time a customer in your category asks for a recommendation. Now, of course, you don't get every call. You're not going to beat every single competitor for every customer, but you will stop being invisible to half of the customers who are searching in your category. 6 months from now, the businesses still running the 2019 playbook are watching the phone go quieter. The ones who fixed the recommendation profile this quarter are getting the calls that those businesses used to get. Every month you wait, the gap gets harder to close. The contractor in your city who fixed his recommendation profile in March is now getting calls that used to go to other plumbers. He's using those calls to collect more reviews, to write more service pages, build more citations, and overall, just make more money. AI's confidence in his profile grows every single month. It compounds. The contractors who haven't fixed it yet are losing ground every single month. The window is wide open right now, and it's because almost nobody has done this. In 12 months, it will be narrower, and in 24 months, in a couple years, it will be closed. The fix is the same now as it will be a year from now. The cost of waiting is the year of calls that you did not get. So here's what you get. You can find out exactly where your site stands. This audit is free and it takes 2 minutes. It's literally just a quiz. You answer some questions about your site and you get a report telling you whether your homepage copy is producing a clean recommendation profile or a vague one. The fastest fix on most sites. And it's about 20 minutes if you write your own copy. You also get to see how your per service page structure compares to the businesses being recommended in your category. The single highest leverage fix, about 4 hours. You also can see how current your content is and which pages are pulling down your freshness signal. An hour or two of cleanup if you do it yourself. You can also see whether your information is consistent across the sources AI is referencing, 20 to 30 minutes per platform to fix. And also, where the highest leverage fix on your site is right now. And this is the one that's the most important. It's the single change that would move your profile the most. You get this report immediately. There's no call. Again, no upsell at the end. The audit is the same software we run internally before we take on a new client. I want you to take it. I want you to get the report and fix what you can yourself. The ones who don't want to fix it themselves know exactly what to ask for if they hire someone. You can find it here. I want you to fill out the audit and comment down below what is the thing that helped you the most. The math here is moving every single month. The plumbing, HVAC, and electrical businesses being named by AI right now are getting calls that used to come to you. They're using those calls to build review density and citation strength that lock them in for the next round of searches. The longer you wait, the wider the gap. The audit is free. It takes 2 minutes. You either learn your site is already doing what AI needs, in which case you can ignore this for another year, or you find out exactly what is missing. I'm telling you all of this in a free video instead of selling you a course because the fix itself takes just a few days. The audit tells you which afternoon to spend it on. And that's the whole thing. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.